So we are chapter 3. We're starting chapter 3 in Tomer Devorah. Baruch Hashem, we're moving through the Sefer. Now we have two people with open computers. So I don't know what, are you playing Tetris or are you taking notes? What are you doing?
Both. Taking notes.
Now Bini I know, nobody would be choished Bini for doing anything but writing notes. But with Eitan, we're not sure. What's going on with the computer?
I have class notes and Safari open.
So now he's actually going to test me if I'm saying what it says.
I took that strategy from Benny, so.
Oh, man. All right, so we're going to make a no computer rule as of tomorrow. Or we're going to make all computers frisbees.
What?
The game to not catch it?
Catch it, lama lo. No, we'll put a bucket that you have to throw it into the bucket. הנה החוכמה העליונה פרוסה על כל הנמצאים כולם. The supernal chokhmah, the wisdom of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is spreading and influencing all creatures. All creatures. And the scriptures tell us, Ma rabu ma'asecha Hashem kulam b'chokhmah asisa. That the Kadosh Baruch Hu's, all the actions of the Kadosh Baruch Hu in this world are according to his chokhmah, his wisdom. Now, some of us are very smart, Yosef, and in our spare time we figure out, or we have plans of how the world could be even better. If I were in charge, I'm sure everybody had those thoughts. Well, if I were in charge, I would give myself, and I would give him this, and I would give him that, and her this, and her that, and I would fix this, because the Kadosh Baruch Hu obviously didn't get it right. No, chas v'shalom. Chas v'shalom is we have to recognize that there is chokhmah in every aspect of creation. And so he says that if you have wisdom, chokhmah, you should extend it to other people and teach them according to their abilities. Just like the Kadosh Baruch Hu extends his chokhmah to you, and we all have limited vessels. Our capacity for chokhmah is our mind, and our mind is limited. There's certain things that we cannot understand, Tyler. And so the Kadosh Baruch Hu spreads his chokhmah to us in the right measure. And therefore you should emulate the Kadosh Baruch Hu in the same way, Benny. That is, you should explain to your chavrusa according to his level of brilliance. Not your level. You have to bring it down a notch. Fine. So he's the one that is teaching. It's not what I usually see in your chavrusa, but so yeah, good. Mr. Cab, you with me? You don't have to be. But why? Why don't you share with us what you're reading?
Well, I don't understand it because it's in Aramaic.
I'm trying to teach you here. To your level of chokhmah. What Aramaic are you reading? Are you reading a Gemara or what? Targum. Ongelus. Shalom, Dan. So, there's a responsibility for each and every one of us to disseminate, to pass on the chokhmah of Kadosh Baruch Hu that we were blessed with, to pass it on. There are always people who are looking to learn that even at your level, you should be able to help them. Right, Mike? Take Shemi, for example. He needs help. He's stuck. So you help. The Chokhmah of the Kadosh Baruch Hu is affecting us, and we are supposed to pass it on, not keep it for ourselves. We have a duty to spread the Chokhmah of the Kadosh Baruch Hu and to make it digestible. Make it in such a way that they can grasp the concept. And this is the key for every Rebbe. It's not only the Rebbe's job is to understand what the text says, but he has to bring it to a level that everybody understands it. Otherwise, what's the point? If you don't have a Pashat Pshat, there's no point in the Rebbe speaking. Right, Hilly? Now, we get a little bit deeper to Kabbalah, and I'm not expanding. I know, I was worried that you're going to ask me about this too.
5:30 Mahina Kabbalah class next time?
What?
Are we going to have a 5:30 Mahina Kabbalah class one of these days?
At a.m., 5:30 a.m.?
I mean, I could do that, but sure, yeah.
I could do that. I'm up. But you have to be married and at least 20. Are you married?
No, but I have
No.
one of those.
What?
I've got one of those.
One. You need both. That's the most lenient opinion. Rabbi Moshe Cordovero says you have to be 20 and married. So since you're not married, 20 is not enough. And if you're married and you're under 20, it's probably bigger issues. You want to get married? Yeah. Sure. Sure. I got nothing else going on today. Can we do it after Mincha, please? I didn't have in Mincha yet. I'm engaged, Rabbi. So Chokhmah, as a spiritual power of Hashem, has two aspects to it. One aspect is figuratively looking upwards, and one aspect is looking downwards. So just a quick review, but if you have any questions about this, Yosef Buzaglo is a big expert on the Kabbalah of the Ari. He can draw you all of the olamot, right? So we're looking at onion, right? There are 10 We got invaded. What's going on? You look familiar.
How are you?
Good to see me.
Good to see you.
It is. It's amazing. You can't sit behind a pole, my friend.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to sit right now.
Okay?
I'll sit next to you.
I think there's some like 14-year-old kid looking for tzitzis. You weren't supposed to jump the guy. Kol hakavod, ashrecha. So, we're looking at layers. Spiritual spheres, so to speak. So Keter is the first. Then after Keter you have Chochmah. So in Chochmah, if it's number 2, it's looking upwards to Keter. That's one aspect. And it's looking downward at the next sphere. Makes sense? One up, one down. Kind of like where we are. There are people who are above us, so we look up to them, and people who are below us, and we look down at them, which is a problem. We shouldn't. We shouldn't look down at people. What?
No.
I can't look this way. He's very sensitive. Sheesh. You better put that down in the resume. Very sensitive. Must not establish eye contact. It's like, hello? Is he still here? Josh, help him a little bit. Give him chizuk, you know? So, one is looking up and one is looking downward because Chochmah wants to see how Chochmah, the hashpah, the influence of Chochmah, is reaching the lower spiritual realms. That's how you have, this is what your responsibility. One, when you are alone with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're looking upwards, you are adding to your Chochmah. That is, you are sitting with Torah and learning. And as you're learning, you're adding Chochmah to yourself. But you're drawing it from a much higher source. So that's the first aspect. And yet, a wise man should set time to transmit the teachings that he learned. To teach it others, just like the Kadosh Baruch Hu is mashpia, brings the flow of Chochmah to every single human being. That's what you should be doing. Now, some of you might not be at the level yet to do that. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, you don't want to stop 5-year-olds and teach them makis. But the idea is that at some point you will start transmitting the chokhmah that you have in the way that you learn Torah. Be'ezer Hashem, you'll have kids of your own, which you will want to teach them. Dan, what do you think? Do you want to have kids?
Maybe in the future, yeah.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today. You're busy. You got to shower today. I got to get a haircut today. I don't know. Kids for me. Where are you from there? Where are you from?
From West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah.
Country mama. I heard that that's where they go to family reunions to meet girls. I don't know if that's true or not, but don't write letters. It's just a joke. It's Kentucky. Everybody knows that. I'm kidding. West Virginia. Wow. What city is there in West Virginia?
Charleston.
Charleston. Oh, it's a nice community in Charleston.
No, we just had a front community in Charleston.
No. Okay. So, you go to school there or what?
Yeah, in public school.
Nice. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Nice. Good kid. Don't ruin him. Don't freak him out with your stories. Are you living on campus?
Yeah, I live on campus.
Just so you know, there's no such thing as shower buddies. He's like, what? Nobody told me that. So Tyler, we have to spread chokhmah. You have to be mashpia others to the level that you have in your mind. Help others. And that's how we emulate chokhmah. Chokhmah also, it is the midah or the way that the Kadosh Baruch Hu has providence or hashgacha on the entire universe. And therefore the machshava is on everything that exists. For us, we can't do this. So don't try to think of everything. Our mind thinks of one thing at a time. And even that sometimes it doesn't work. Right? You're sitting there trying to crack your, like, wait, what? And nothing. And then people use their hands, right? Trying to, forget it, my friend. It's not going to work. If you want to add 5 plus 7, you're going to have to take off your socks to figure it out. You want to tell me you can do it without an abacus?
I can use his.
His abacus or his toes?
His toes.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that we allow that either in Mechina. You know, when nobody touches anybody's body. Okay? Just like kindergarten. No touching. Now David is worried. He's like, wait a second. The Bulgarian guy wants to touch my toes. Better call home. Tell them you won't believe what happened. Prepare for battle. Get the donkey ready. Oh boy. Musar cannot be this fun. It must be sad and hard and people yelling at you. We shouldn't be laughing at Musar. It's not funny. What? I'm funny? They're funny. They're I'm telling you, I'm getting free material. I don't have to do anything. So, Kadosh Baruch Hu says in Yeshayahu, in the 55th parak, Lo machshavoisai machshavoiseichem. My thoughts are not your thoughts. The way that your mind works is not the way that my chokhmah works. And so, Kadosh Baruch Hu runs this world according to his chokhmah. Therefore, you need to keep your eye out to see how Hashem guides the Jewish people. Hashem has a plan for us. And his machshavos, his thoughts, is to bring people back to him. What he wants is for all of us to return to him, to be close to him. And he wants to think good thoughts of all of us. Machshavot tovot. I know. Yeah. Good. All right, everybody got that out of their system. But God thinks machshavot tovot. He says, Chokhmah brings life to everything in the universe. And that's how the Kadosh Baruch Hu gives life to everything in the world. And Chokhmah gives you Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. You ever heard of the Darwin Award? Have you ever heard of the Darwin Award? What's a Darwin Award? Baruch atah Adonai l'olam she'akol niyeh b'dvaro.
Amen.
Anybody know what the Darwin Award is?
A scientific breakthrough?
Is it for like new discoveries?
Is it for discoveries within biology and evolution?
Thank you. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Is it for space?
Do you know what it is? The Darwin Award is given to people who show that they should not reproduce because they're idiots. It's called the Darwin Award. People do really stupid things, and you go, wait a minute, natural selection. And so, you need chokhmah to live this life. There are people who live life with no wisdom. People drink and get into a car and drive. People strap these sticks to their feet and go down a mountain. Hello? People go swim with sharks. And a shark attacks. It's like, hey, why is he attacking? Because he's a shark. What do you think he does? What did you want him to do? Teach you Mishnayos? It's a shark. Right? People go up to snakes and then they wonder why the snake. It's a snake. Leave it alone. You need chokhmah to live this life. Olam Hazeh is based on chokhmah. You have to think about how you live your life. What are the right values? What should you do with your time in this world? Darren, what do you want to do when you grow up?
Still figuring it out.
But if you had a choice to make it today, what would you choose?
Like to have a legal profession.
You want to be a lawyer.
Sure.
You don't want to be a paralegal.
No.
No offense to paralegals, but we want guys to strive to be good. He wants to be a lawyer. Just don't sue your parents. People want to get even, you know. First thing is sue their third grade. What kind of a question? Are you allowed to sue your parents? You know, that's a Darwin Award for this. I'm telling you, if I had a button. Next! Same thing with poor Yosef. Oh, he would be swimming in the pool with the alligators below. You want to wake him up or let's leave him sleep? You want to join us? Yosef?
No, it's not. I have dry eyes.
Want some water?
Doesn't work.
You can put his lip gloss. I didn't know what it's called. That's the first thing that popped in my...
What it is.
It's not what it is.
It's like beeswax.
Beeswax. Sorry. Would you like to borrow his beeswax?
None of your beeswax.
But the point is, Tyler, you need chokhmah in this world. You need to use your seichel. Josh, what's wrong?
Not the Rabbi.
You want the tissue? You got that nasal drip? What happened? What are you showered? You got nailed, huh? Achoo! What? War is on. You're not from Armenia, are you? Yeah. Just checking, maybe, you know. You need chokhmah. You need chokhmah in this world. You cannot succeed in your life without chokhmah. which means you need to invest in developing your intellect. Kadosh Baruch Hu gave you a vessel. You need to fill it with wisdom. Like learning Mishle, Kohelet. Speak to your elders, they will tell you about life. Not the ones that tell you, oh, when I was a kid, I used to go to school barefoot up a hill both ways in the snow. Yeah, okay, everybody has. I actually did that. Not, but lam shaneh. But I have those type of stories. But there's also wisdom you could learn from people. They will tell you about their, what they did to succeed in life. That they had adversity, they had difficulty, they had challenges, and they were able with their chokhmah to succeed. And certainly, chokhmah is what gives you olam haba. We are here because we want olam haba. Olam haba is constructed with the Torah and mitzvahs and ma'asim tovim that you do. And that requires chokhmah. So you might say, Rabbi, chokhmah is only needed for Torah. No. Chokhmah also is needed for gemilut chasadim. You have to have the right limitations and boundaries of doing chesed. You have to do chesed in a way that you're not embarrassing the other person for helping them, that you're not doing something that is immodest. You have to think about those things. So it requires chokhmah to do the cheshbon of, what? I have class, and I'm going to have an option to do chesed. What should I do? What's more important? You need chokhmah to be able to decide that.
So go to class?
That's what I would do. Now, if there's a situation, I'm in the street and somebody, let's say, an elderly man is carrying and he needs help, and so, okay, no, I'm the only one that's there that I need to do. But if somebody else, I can say, hey, Dan, do this, I'm running to teach. Kasha. So it takes chokhmah to build your olam haba. Questions? What if is called a Metzias question? Yes. No, you could ask it. One Metzias question per year is allowed.
Like, let's say you know that Dan...
I know.
Yeah, that you know that Dan is going to just do it because you told him to, but, like, you really would do it, like, a better job. Like, because you actually care about doing the mitzvah. So can you still pass it off to him? Like, if he's going to do a half job at it?
Well, he's not going to do a half job. It's Dan. He does everything perfect.
Right, not Dan,
But the other Dan.
right.
The other Dan. The one to your left.
The one in the situation.
So, it's a very nice question. It's a very, very nice question. If nobody's going to do it the way that it needs to be done, then probably I should be the one doing it. But in this case, nobody can come here and teach at 3 o'clock. Right? Who are you going to put up here from you guys? Benny's like, hey, Rabbi, I'm available. I'm available. Well, I got my computer here. Hey, just play. And What? What did you want to say?
I don't want to say anything. I was just leaning back.
Yeah.
I was stretching my back.
Dafka at the right moment.
I always do it.
Good to know. Yes, sir. Remind me your name.
Yonatan.
Yes, Yonatan.
If we're here for Olam Haba, which is the world to come, then
To build it.
build it, weren't we in Olam Haba before we were born, as in heaven? Or
Well, the neshama was in Olam HaNeshamot. And it comes down to this world. And then you're building your own Olam Haba. Your madrega of Olam Haba.
But do you mean that in a spiritual sense or in like a worldly sense?
So you're entering one of the big, complicated topics in Judaism. I will just take one side and present that because it's just easier this way. That Rabbeinu Chaim Vidal explains that when the neshama leaves this body, it receives a spiritual body called Chalukah de Rabbanon and Olam Haba, and that is this spiritual garment that the neshama wears in Olam Haba in its next level of existence.
Because it was honor.
Correct. And your Chalukah de Rabbanon may have holes in it if you didn't fulfill the mitzvot that you needed to. Or that if Chas v'Shalom somebody sinned, they would have a hole in the, imagine you're walking around and everybody's like, we know what he was doing. Because everybody would know now. Imagine how embarrassing that is. I always worry that I get there and they give me this little bikini. Like, where's the rest of it? That's all you got, my friend. It's like I'm not walking around with this thing. No, lo tzarich. Gehenim. See you. I think over there you can play games.
God forbid that you're shirtless there.
What?
Or God forbid that there you're shirtless instead of homeless.
Shirtless?
Because there's no garments.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Big embarrassment.
That's why it's better that we suffer here. So.
Absolutely. But suffering is, a human condition that we hope to avoid. We want a nice, cushy life with cupcakes, strawberries. You like strawberries? No? These Moroccans, you can never, what do you like to eat? Kiwis. Kiwis. They have kiwis in Morocco? What are you nodding? But you weren't in Morocco. He said, I like kiwis too. You like kiwis?
Yeah.
Because you're from LA. But he's from Toronto. They don't have kiwis in Toronto. It's cold. Do you guys have kiwis? Or is it seasonal? You see, he never seen it. He's like, I don't even know what that is. Shaya, did you ever see kiwi in Toronto?
Yeah, we have plenty.
Oh, no, oh.
Yeah, they're seasonal, but they're not always good. Yeah.
Fruits in Toronto are generally bad.
What?
Fruits in Toronto aren't good.
And veggies, it takes a long time to get to us. It's been on like 8 planes.
So you probably grew your own where you were living. A nice vegetable garden. My wife when we were living in Nebraska, my wife had a garden. And I felt like I was Elmer Fudd fighting the rabbits. Like, who's battling the rabbits to eat the carrots and the tomatoes? It's like, they don't even know who Elmer Fudd is. Do you notice? You're like, who's Elmer Fudd? Do you know who Elmer Fudd is?
Yes.
Do you? Do you know what Bugs Bunny is?
Yeah.
Just do a show of hands.
What?
Show of hands.
No, I don't. Listen, I have the cultural references that I have, and I'm not updating them. I'm not, That's it. Yeah, that was, So, if you notice, Mike closed the book. He's like, I've had enough. So I guess we should stop here so we can have mincha on time. Is that what you're telling me? So let's just stop here and then we'll have mincha on time.